Joining me today is Ben Henneke of TIST and Kevin Martin of New England College, and we're here to talk about New England College's sort of experiential program. Kevin, let me start out with you. I know it took the students to Kenya, and we're going to talk a little bit about Ben and TIST, but tell me, what's going on at NEC that's happening? Mm-hmm. How is it happening? You know, in a nutshell.
New England College highly values experiential education. We want our students to have the ability to roll up their sleeves and actually see what it is to work on real-life issues that don't have easy solutions. So we've created this new experiential learning program where students can study abroad at no additional cost. It's covered under the cost of tuition. This is really important because it opens it up to any student at the college. Doesn't matter what your financial background is, you can have this incredible study abroad experience. In this particular case, I took a class called Sustainable Enterprise and Innovation. This was a business class comprised of business students, environmental students. We had psychology students, a really wonderful range of students came together to look at how market forces can solve environmental problems. And we partnered with this organization, TIST.
So TIST, yep. What does TIST do in Tanzania and Kenya?
In Kenya, we plant trees and we do lots of education and lots of creating times for people to share their local knowledge and then organize themselves to accomplish things they want to accomplish. And so, we keep track of it.
Right, and so, but the driver then is selling carbon credits, really. Is that part of?
The driver is trying to respond to their needs.
Okay.
The way you get there to get some money involved is the carbon market. It's a very hard way to make money. If there were some other way to get money back to those farmers, we'd be doing it.
And the carbon credits is to actually run it as a business, not to run it as just where we provide aid.
Right. The problem with aid is typically it's 3 years or 5 years. People go in there, they spend a lot of money. 3 years after they've left, you can't tell that they've been there except there's some rusting equipment sitting around. This is a 30-year business, and the difference of it being a business is that the farmers take it seriously rather than just saying, what can I get today? They're thinking, what do I do for myself, for my children, for my grandchildren?
What is your biggest dream?
Biggest dream?
Yeah.
Is just my children to have something from me.
What do the students learn the most from this, Kevin?
It's a really good question, John. I had some students who were not very interested in business when we started out. Yet after
the environmental science of this, they thought
right.
that business was the evil empire.
They saw business as the root of the problems, not a potential solution. And I have seen those students come around now. I have one student who's interested in pursuing an MBA after an experience like this. They got to see that business is, yes, it may be part of the problem, but it's also part of the solution. The ability to build sustainable organizations. I mean sustainable from a financial standpoint, from an environmental, and from a social standpoint. That plays a real role in changing how things are done, how you can clean up the environment, how you can build new programs that benefit society.
And from our standpoint, we looked at what was happening at NEC, and what we were impressed with is not only the experiential part, but also the distance learning. Because, you know, the internet makes it not much difference whether somebody's 15 miles away or 15,000. And the desire for education among these farmers for themselves and for their children is so powerful that most of us can't even really understand it. So I think there's going to be something very interesting about NEC being able to provide things that are really valuable to those farmers. At the same time, those farmers provide something that's really valuable to NEC and to the globe.
Would the students go back?
Yes.
In a second.
I've had a number ask if they can go back in future trips. Others figuring out other new opportunities to go back. I think unequivocally yes.
And so the need's not going to go away, NEC's not going to go away, and TIST isn't going to go away.
I think that's right.
Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Yes, you're going.
Sawa kare mo